Hello? Hello? Not much, so how are you?
You alright?
Hi, can you hear me?
Aye.
So, how's the season been going so far?
It's alright. I've had a couple of injuries so far, but hopefully get over them now quick and get back on.
So you've obviously suffered a lot of injuries early on in your career, so what advice would you give the younger players that have also suffered a lot of injuries early on?
Um, it's been tough, definitely, because all you want to do is play football, but just stick at it and make sure you just talk about it and take your mind off things and work on. You're not playing catch up. You hear me?
Yeah,
Happy days.
can hear you now, yeah. So how have they affected your career?
It's been tough for sure because when you're injured, you don't get to train every day, and you obviously don't. But when when I'm back in, I just try my best, to make up for time that I've been injured. To try and get back to the level.
Do you feel more pressure as a footballer with being in an academy? Do you feel more pressure with it?
No, not really. It's just what I've you know done now since I was 16 when I moved over. That's all I wanted to do since I was really young. So this is what I do, so just giving it my best.
So obviously, right, we've been over at Brighton for a long time. So how much have they helped you develop you as a player?
um, they've been really good. Especially times where I've been injured and haven't been able to play. But it's all it's been really good from them. They stick by me, and I have got better since I've come over, and just hoping for now, and I'll progress a lot faster.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Aye.
Happy days.
So obviously the under 23s after under 23s is the first team. So how does Graham Potter how does he promote under 23s into the first team?
He just watches closely to all our games and speaks to our coaching staff, and uh, gives opportunities in training and then cup matches as well. They get up and around it, and it's really good to see that some boys in the team can get an opportunity, like for all the rest of us as well.
So obviously before games, do you have the same pre-match meal, or do you have different pre-match meals every before every game?
Tend to stick to the same sort of thing every time I would play. I would keep it the same. I would
So what do
have
you
um,
usually?
I would have some porridge with strawberries and a wee bit of honey, and then I'd have like pesto pasta, some eggs and beans as well.
Do you be recommended by people what they eat, or do you just make it yourself?
No, we get everything on the training ground and it's all set out for us, so we know what the right things to eat are before a game, and it'll help you perform on the pitch then too.
So what's the best stadium you've played at?
Best stadium I played at, probably the Amex. Amex is class, like Premier League stadium, our home stadium. It's really good.
So do you go to all the Brighton games? Aye.
We would have done we would have done before COVID happened. We used to go to all the home games when we were a bit younger.
Oh, so what player do you base your game off?
Um, well, my favorite player growing up was Fernando Torres, so I'd always try and play like him. And more recently now, Jamie Vardy, playing for Leicester.
Sorry, I never heard the last part.
More recent when I was growing up, Fernando Torres, but more recently now, Jamie Vardy plays for Leicester.
So do you like how do you base your game off him? Do you like scoring too?
For sure, he's really sharp and quick, and is obviously a really good finisher. And I would base my game off him. Quick, sharp, and good finisher as well.
So you've probably had a lot of football bits, but what would be your favourite pair of football bits you've ever had?
Favorite pair of football bits would be the green and white Adidas F50s. They're like a green and white pattern with black stripes down the side. I love them boots.
So now obviously you've been at Brighton. Do you get like sponsored for boots or not yet?
Adidas send me my boots at the minute. They anytime the boots come out, I get them sent over.
Oh,
Yep.
so what would you say would be the biggest difference between under 23 football and first team football?
I haven't had much experience with first team football yet, but even just like for a few training sessions and stuff, you just see the intensity and how quick the game is, and you have to be a couple of steps ahead before you even touch the ball. To know where you're going to go with, but hopefully get more opportunities and aye.
So you always must be looking forward to Carabao Cup and stuff because that's usually when youngsters get opportunities.
For sure, there was a game the other day, and unfortunately, I was injured, so I wasn't in contention. But a few of our boys made their debuts and got another appearance for the first team, so it's really
Seen
positive.
Evan Ferguson.
What's that?
Seen Evan Ferguson made his debut, scored a
I
goal.
I did I.
So you've obviously played with Coleraine and Brighton, but who's the best player you've played with? So who would be the best player you've played with?
Sam McClelland as well. He's at Chelsea. He's on loan now as well. Probably him too.
What did you like about them?
Just really good players. It's really solid. Like just really good on the ball and comfortable and just really good players. Like Jordan would give me the ball loads because he was a midfielder, obviously. So he would just give me the ball and then I would do my stuff then.
So what would you say is one of your key attributes?
I'd probably say my pace and sharpness.
So I know a lot of players like do different stuff. They relax after football. So what would you do to relax after football?
Um, just after like training and stuff for games, I would just chill out, probably go on the PlayStation for a wee bit. I like playing golf as well, just to pass the time. It's good.
Uh, so obviously you've had a lot of injuries, but you're now at Brighton Academy. So what would be your dream for the future?
Obviously to be in the first team, for sure. Just to progress as far as I can and get the highest level I can. That would be my dream. Just to be consistent. Playing first team football at the highest level.
And what team would you love to play?
Uh, Obviously love to play for Brighton. Would be unbelievable. But I grew up supporting Liverpool, so.
Aye. They're obviously not having a too good of a spell at the moment.
Well, only start of the season, plenty of games left.
Aye. So, you've worked with a lot of coaches probably in your careers early on. So,
Mm-hmm.
who would be the best coach you've worked under?
I've had a good few managers. Well, my first ever manager at Oxford when I was really young was Kevin Heaney. He was really good, and then I had Rory Higgins. He was my manager at Coleraine for a while, and John Greig as well. And obviously Noel Crampsey coming through Oxford as well. Just all like really good coaches growing up. All had our best intentions. Of playing, and just thankful for all them. To get me where I'm at now.
I think my brother played with you at some stage too. Oxford.
At Oxford, aye.
So obviously there's a lot of players at Oxford, and obviously not all of them reached higher standard as you. What advice would you give the youngsters coming up now from clubs? What advice would you give them to do better in the future?
Just work as hard as you can, really, and just enjoy it as well. Because if you don't enjoy it, then you're not going to be, playing your best football. So just enjoy it first and foremost, and work hard. And just if you're really serious about it, then just be really committed, and it'll stand you in good stead going forward. Like,
Aye. So what would be your best goal you've ever scored?
best goal I've ever scored. I scored a really good goal for Brighton against Aston Villa a couple of years ago in the league. But I like chipped the keeper from outside the box. That was a good goal. But growing up, I was playing for Derry. I was probably 10 or 11, and scored a really good goal against Portdown. That was a really good goal.
So obviously you being at Derry, if you got that chance at one stage in your career, would you like to go back to Derry?
For sure, I don't. I'll just see what happens. See where my career takes me. But, aye, for sure.
So, with you being at that under 23s, does like the first team players come on there often, or does it usually just be under 23s? Does the first team just stay out it, sort of?
They're on the other side of the building, so we do see them around, but it's just us in our changing room and training sessions and stuff like that.
So, do you have a separate canteen as well, or is it the same one for the under 23s and the first team?
Separate, so it's just across from our one, same kitchen, just the other side.
So, Brighton, do you play in like when you're playing matches at home? Do you play at the Amex, or do you have a different stadium?
Sometimes we play at the Amex, whenever the first team's not using it, but we play at the training ground as well. So we've got like a show pitch at the training ground, and that's where we play most of our games.
So you've always probably seen a lot of good players in the academy. What like not for Brighton, it could be for any team. But who's one player you've seen for an academy and they've got the whole way up?
Hold up. I played against the first team now, so that was a tough game. So I probably him.
So what was the best things you've seen from William Saliba whenever he's in the academy?
Just that he was big, strong, good on the ball. It was just hard to play against him. Really, he was just he was just a good player. Like,
So when are you hoping to be back from injury now and get on the playing some matches?
Just over the next few weeks now. Hopefully it settles down and I get back to full fitness and get some games in.
So are you still in rehab? Do you just work with one coach?
I'm in with the physios and stuff now, yeah. Just for another couple of weeks and then I'll be back outside with the team and hopefully get some games in then. Yep.
Hopefully, you stay injury free now for most of the season.
Definitely. Thank you.
Ben, thank you very much for coming on this Q&A. And the final question, just to finish, is who motivates you the most?
I'd say my family. They've always been there for me, and throughout, growing up and taking me everywhere, and just making sure that I have everything that I need. So they would motivate me the most, for sure.
Ben, that's all the questions. So thank you very much for joining. I hope you get a few first team football this year.
Cheers now. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks very much to Ben Wilson for joining. Hopefully he can get a few first team minutes this year. So that's this video over, and thank you all for watching.